This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everyone. We all want to have wonderful, joyful, abundant, fulfilling lives. How can that happen? One of the major ways is when your life is in balance. We're going to talk about that today. Think about it. Your car's driving down the road. One of your tires is out of balance. How's your car piloting? Probably a little wonky there, wobbling. And then you take your car into a shop, then they balance that, make sure all the tires are balanced, and it runs fantastic. I'm going to equate that to what she does in terms of helping you get in balance as a Reiki master. And lots more we're going to learn today. Samantha Somervill is back with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Now, when we talk about this thing called balance, can you give some examples of what should be balance in our lives?
Sure. Well, the word alone brings so much meaning. So if we think about balance between work and rest, between giving and receiving, between tending others and caring for ourselves. So many of us are in constant motion, trying to meet expectations, show up for the people we love, and hold all the pieces of life together. And yet, when we stretch too far in one direction, we lose touch with that quiet inner center that keeps us whole. So balance isn't about perfection or control. It's about flowing and knowing when to move and when to pause, when to reach outward and when to return home to yourself. So you need to reflect on when you might be holding on too tightly and where you might be ready to soften. So the journey is about restoring harmony between your body, your mind, and your spirit, remembering that both movement and stillness have their place.
When we say life is out of balance, could that be, or let's look at it this way, these things that need to be in balance. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you could be out of balance. If you're not eating properly, you could be out of balance. If you're not grounded, which we talked about before, you could be a little out of balance. Are those the things within our lives, just a few of them, that need to be in balance for us to feel good?
Yes, and I mean, you could think about it even more simply. I mean, I was a single mom for a long time. So you feel like you're balancing plates,
Hmm.
or balancing the world constantly. Like, I have to do this and I have to do this. I have to go run to this event. I have to then pick up, but I have to work, but I have to make dinner. I have to do the laundry. How do I keep it all in balance and still keep, for lack of a better term, your sanity?
Yeah.
So it's all about balance and how do you keep it all in motion and then just keep yourself grounded and moving and still keep that sense of yourself as you keep moving through it all. So as we move through the cycles of our lives, we also move through sacred directions. So I am moving through the medicine wheel for myself as I am in my first year of shaman training. So each direction holds its own wisdom, so its own energy and invitation. So we are walking through the Western quadrant right now in the realm of bear, Mujikuyas, the spirit of the West. West is a place for introspection. It's the season of autumn, which is where we all are right now. It's a time of gathering wisdom, integrating lessons, and preparing for the quiet renewal of winter. So bear, which is a symbol of this part of the wheel, teaches us both strength and surrender. So it calls us to stand firm when we need to, and also rest deeply when the body and soul ask for stillness. So in the West, we learn to lead with compassion, share what we learn, and guide others. But it reminds us for every outward movement, there must be a return inward, so that balance. So for every season of activity, there must be one of rest. So if you're moving, you must rest to balance it out. That's where the balance begins in the natural rhythm of the earth itself. So we must listen closely And you can hear the rhythm calling us home to slow down, to breathe,
Mm.
to restore. So that balance comes back when you're working with the chakras of your system. So there's two powerful energy systems and centers of your root chakra and the solar plexus, which we've touched on before. So the root chakra, found at the base of the spine, connects us to the earth, our sense of family, safety, belonging. So when it's balanced, you feel secure and grounded, at peace with where you are. When it's unbalanced, you're disconnected, restless, and uncertain. You don't have quite a solid ground beneath your feet. So you aren't balanced, as you just said. You feel like you're just spinning out of control. You don't know what's coming next, what plate's going to be thrown at your head next, for
Mm.
lack of a better term. How are you going to catch that on your pole? And then when moving upward, the solar plexus, just below the sternum, it controls your confidence, your self-worth, and personal power. So when that's open and aligned, we move through life with that clarity and that strength. So when it's blocked, we feel powerless, overly controlling, or unsure of how to make those changes and honor our truth. So with the foundation in place, they form a balance to lower grounding us to the earth and upper igniting us our will and confidence. So if you use Reiki, it helps bring these centers into harmony, allowing the energy to flow freely between grounding and empowerment, between stillness and movement. Same concept taking through there.
You bring up a fantastic point in that we want to be as balanced as possible, not just to feel better and, life to be the way we think it should be overall, but when that stuff presents, like stuff gets thrown at you, you can better deal with it when you're coming from a place of balance, right?
Right.
Hmm. How do we get balanced?
Um, you can you can get a Reiki session, which I
Sure.
highly approve.
Personally highly recommend.
Yeah.
Um,
You
I
can,
just want to say
yeah,
it works.
yeah.
I remember every single time over my life having a Reiki session, and it's every feeling is different sometimes,
Mhm,
but I never realized it until talking with you today, Samantha,
mhm.
that the overall feeling was fantastic. And it had to be because I was more in balance with myself. Sorry to jump in there, but I just
No, you're fine.
wanted to express those feelings. It works.
Well, I mean, one of the things you can ask yourself is, here's a few questions about how energies are moving in your life right now. Do you feel rooted in your daily routine? Do you trust your ability to act from a calm and confident place? Where might you be craving more steadiness or more ease? So, as you answer these questions to yourself without judgment, without force, just awareness, this is where your healing begins. And this helps you understand what you need in order to get yourself to a place of balance and groundedness. Some people, yes, it's going to someone else to help them maybe get over a blockage or a opening up or help them see. Some people need to be more introspective and they need to do that on their own to take that first step. And that is getting outside or meditation. And I've touched on this before. Meditation does not mean you have to sit there in silence by yourself. Meditation can be as simple as you going out and working in the garden and you're doing that meditative activity, or you're out rowing your boat on the water, or you're fishing. I know as a kid, I loved to fish because there's a repetitive motion in that, and you could just zone out while you fish. Or I love to ride horses. I
Mm.
could just ride and ride, and you would zone out on everything that you were doing. So it can be a physical activity. It doesn't necessarily have to be, I have to sit still and I can't move and I have to just sit here. You can find the activity that lights up your life, helps you find that wholeness of yourself. to get yourself back to your balance.
And that activity could be, I would imagine, all the things you mentioned, but it could be anything you want that brings you joy and where you feel a certain type of comfort. Listen, if you want to knit, quilt, and that does it for you, maybe that's one of your ways of becoming better balanced, right? It doesn't matter what it is.
Mhm. And it doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, if you want to draw a picture or paint a picture, you don't have to show it to anybody.
Yeah.
If it is something that brings you joy, it's for you. Whatever you want to do, it's for you. It doesn't have to be for someone else. It's what brings you joy and brings you comfort and brings you calm.
Yeah, that's a great point. We always are afraid of doing things and being judged, which is one of the reasons why many of us, I think, can be out of balance, or at least, one of them. Tell me how, Samantha, you can support somebody in balance using Reiki, i.e., energy healing.
Well, as we talked a little bit about the chakras, specifically, you would scan someone to see where they may be having some spots that may need a little extra attention. It is different on every single person. No one is the same. Everyone comes in with a different need, whether it is distance Reiki or whether it is in-person Reiki or whether or not you are going to someone in a facility. Everyone has a different need, and it's important that we have that conversation and understand what their needs are and what is going on in their lives. And then we feel that person's energy to feel out where that problem may be and work through that. But if they are truly feeling ungrounded, out of balance, and that is what they were presenting initially, you would more than likely go to the root and go to the solar plexus and try to keep that moving. Now, there isn't just one chakra. You say, "Oh, this is the one. I heal this one and I'm super healed." No, they all work together. There is no just one chakra you focus on. You must make sure that you're working together. They all work together. They complement each other to keep the system moving. So it's a complement as they go down your whole line and they keep everything moving.
When somebody comes before you and they're looking just for energy healing or they're looking to be find balance,
Mhm.
when you assess them energetically, can you actually detect that they're out of balance?
Um, yes, we can.
Like you can
We can
feel it,
see.
whether it's in person or virtually. You can pick up on, maybe this chakra is off, that one's off, which I would imagine inherently that's going to cause somebody to feel out of balance.
Yeah, every practitioner is going to be a little bit different on their methods and how they pick up different things. I personally, I physically feel it. Like if you're having a problem with your shoulder, I'm going to feel it in my shoulder. I'm
Wow.
going to know you're having an issue there. And I'll go, oh, I guess we're going there. That's where the problem is. So it's like, so everybody's a little bit different. A lot of people will see visual and they can see it. Like, I know some practitioners who can physically see the chakras and how they spin and the colors. So some people are more visual. So it just depends on who you're working with.
How do you prevent, I call it the wonky energy? I don't want to be negative and say negative energy of somebody, but how do you prevent that from becoming a part of you when you're working with somebody?
Like, oh, you mean like if they are out of balance, how do I not pick it
Yeah.
up from
Like,
them?
yeah, you said that, let's say somebody's got a, shoulder issue and
Mhm.
then that you could potentially feel, wait, I feel this in my shoulder. Let's say if we go even, steps deeper with energy, transformation or
Yeah.
transferring, how do you prevent that from getting into you?
Well, the first thing I always do is I say, this isn't mine. I recognize that it's not mine. This belongs to somebody else. And as long as I recognize that it's not mine, I'm okay. And it's like my body goes, okay, you're fine. It's not you. As long as it's not you, you're okay. But
Right.
I do proper grounding and clearing on myself before and after. So I make sure that I'm okay on my side. So but for the most part, even when I'm standing next to somebody like at the grocery line, sometimes I'll pick up something and I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I'll go, oh, that's not me. It's them, it's not me. So, yeah, sometimes it's just that moment of recognizing that it's not me that's feeling that, it's them.
Wow, you must have some pretty major grounding techniques to make sure that, your field is clear.
I try.
Yeah.
It's a constant learning. Nobody stops learning and working. And I mean, I'm constantly learning from other practitioners and I'm constantly taking classes. I'm constantly learning. It never stops. It's like everything else in life. You can, you're never where you have learned enough. You constantly continue to learn.
Mm. Interestingly, I find that people like yourself that work with energy and have a passion for helping people, you have an addiction to learning more so that you can help more or in different ways. Would you say that kind of describes you too?
Yeah, well, I've always wanted to learn. I've always had a learning drive my entire life where I've just wanted to be a sponge for knowledge. So, yeah, as you learn, you go, "Oh, I want to I want to do more." And then you open yourself up to just the knowledge that you can get and say, "Well, which is the path I need to go and what additional information should I get? Where is it? Where should I be going?" And then the different pathways just keep opening and saying, well, you should really go learn this. You should add this on. You should go this way. And so you go, okay, I'll go learn that now. And that will help this. And it just seems to add on and help and move forward.
It it sounds like it's exciting. The more that you open up and wait, you know what, I can learn about this, or I can go to hypothetically, Reiki level two, whatever it may be. It's it sounds like it's exciting. Like I start reading books. I'm like, I need another book. I want to learn more. I want to go
Mhm.
deeper. Once you start harnessing the power of energy, profound, like fascinating. So if somebody reaches out to you, what's the starting point? Let's say they're feeling off. Obviously, they're out of balance. I would imagine if you're feeling something's not right, something a little off, and I don't mean that like just medically or mentally, but something's not, aligning. You're probably out of balance. They reach out to you, and what happens from there?
Well, I have on a website where we can do a quick consultation. Just have a chat. I
Hmm.
mean, there's a good chance maybe I'm not the right practitioner for you. If I'm not, I will refer you. I have a big
Here's
network
how
of
alcohol
folks.
damages. Right?
So I will refer you to someone else if they will do something for you that I cannot. I am happy to refer you to someone else. I have no problem with that. But we can talk and then we will set up another session where we will actually go through either an in-person or a distance Reiki session and go from there.
So I've never had a Reiki session where I didn't feel some benefit or improvement. But if somebody were to say to you, Smith, I don't feel any different. Is it very much possible that things aligned within them, but they didn't notice it just yet?
Yes, you can sometimes be in a session where you say, I didn't feel anything. I was just relaxed, but I didn't feel anything, or I didn't notice anything. Just because you don't notice anything didn't mean anything didn't happen. You will more than likely notice things in your life for the next week. You will probably have a little bit of a detox. Like you may feel a little fluish, maybe, as your body flushes that energy. But while you don't recognize it at the moment, it might pop up in your dreams, or it might pop
Mm,
up in your waking life as you move through, that it cleared something in your subconscious that needed to be cleared out, or just move something subtly. It doesn't hurt. Energy is not negative. It does not hurt you.
I never thought of it that way, that it could be like a detox in a way, because you had stuck negative energy within you. Somebody told me too that after a Reiki session, you should drink a lot of water. Is that true?
You sh Before and after. I
Wow.
recommend before you go as well, because sometimes you just get very dehydrated.
Wow. Um, you have little, I'm going to share. Before we got together, we were just sharing the bracelets that we wear. And, I have a chakra bracelet, I have, other stones or whatever, and just, things that have meaning for me. Then you showed me yours and then revealed, and I've never heard this, but on one arm is what you're receiving from the universe, the other arm is what you're sending out, the left being receive, the right sending. I've never heard that. And thank you for sharing that. Like you run deep. There's little pieces of info that you got there.
Yep,
Love it. Love it. Okay. Got to leave time for a meditation. What are we doing today?
absolutely. We're going to meditate on stability and balance.
Oh, beautiful.
All right. So as you begin, find a comfortable seated position that you feels right for you, either seated or laying down, that supports you beneath you. It helps your body feel relaxed and at ease. Allow your spine to rise tall, shoulders to soften, and your hands to rest gently in your lap. This is your time to return to center. A moment to reconnect with your breath, your body, and the stillness that lives beneath the surface of your day. Go ahead and softly close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose and exhale gently through the mouth. Again, breathing in fresh, calming air and breathing out any tension you've been carrying. Feel the rhythm of your breath as it begins to settle. Notice the points of contact where your body meets the ground, the support beneath you holding you steady. Feel the quiet strength of the earth beneath you, the way your spine naturally reaches upward toward the sky. If thoughts arise, let them drift past like clouds. No need to follow or fix anything. Simply return to your breath again and again, allowing yourself to rest in the present moment. Now bring one hand gently to your belly. Feel the warmth of your touch and the gentle movement beneath it. As you inhale, let your belly softly expand like a calm wave rising. As you exhale, let it fall. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing. There is no effort here, only flow. With each breath, imagine a soothing current of Reiki energy entering through the crown of your head, moving down through your body, bringing balance, peace, and steadiness to every cell. As you exhale, release anything heavy or unnecessary. Let it flow down into the earth where it can be transformed into light. Now bring your awareness to your lower abdomen, your energetic center of gravity. In Reiki, many energy traditions, this space is known as the Hara, or sacral center, the wellspring of inner stability and personal power. Visualize a soft, golden glowing there. With each breath, this light grows brighter and steadier, warm, grounded, alive. This is your center, your anchor to the world. From this glowing core, imagine roots extending down through your legs to the surface beneath, deep into the earth. These roots connect you to the ancient wisdom and strength of the planet itself. With each inhale, draw in the grounding energy. With each exhale, feel yourself become even more balanced, more at peace. Now lift your awareness to the crown of your head. Imagine a gentle pull upward, thread of light connecting you to the sky above. You are grounded and steady, yet open and expansive. Rooted in the earth, yet aligned with the heavens. Take a moment to reflect on what balance means to you. Balance is not rigidity. It's a graceful dance between strength and softness, effort and ease. Where in your life can you invite in more of this gentle equilibrium? Breathe into that question. Feel the harmony between your inner stillness and your outer movement. You are stable yet flexible, grounded yet free. As we come to a close, bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the calm that has settled within you. Soft steadiness of your body, light pulsing gently in your center. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale fully. Begin to notice the space around you again, the sounds, the air, the warmth of your presence. Feels right. Bring your palms together at your heart. Bow your head slightly and whisper a quiet namaste. Carry this sense of balance and stability with you into the rest of your day. Anchored, peaceful, and open to the flow of life.
Peaceful's the word. Oh, magical. That's it. That's what I got. Magical. And there were moments there where I wasn't here. Like I was transported to a beach. I was like, those are great. As is what you do. Samantha, how do we find you? What's your website?
You can find me on calmingvibrations.com, or you can reach out to me at contact@calmingvibrations.com.
Seems to me balance is really everything. If you're missing it, you're literally going to be off. And it all comes back to energy. It all comes back to Reiki. Go to the website, start a conversation, and balance your life out. Thank you so much for today. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Everybody have a good day.
You too. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals. This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.